Well, it's now roughly... That's one of the trains. Sorry, I'll start again. It's now roughly 24 hours since the Black Mountain ride was completed and I put the bike back on the bike lift. And initial signs look pretty promising. I had a little bit of leakage from beneath the primary case, and actually there is actually a drip hanging there now. It was dripping quite frequently actually after the Black Mountain ride. So I got the hide end of this mallet and just carefully sort of bopped the edge to sort of pinch it up against the rubber a bit more. And I think that made a vast improvement. But we got a bit of oil in there, and that's not actually, it doesn't appear to have all or mostly come from the primary case actually. And rather disturbingly, if we can see it, there's that area there where the crankcase sump plug lives is wet with oil. Can you see that? And it's not necessarily coming from the big screw-in plug, because the crankcase is wet and oily above that. And I think what I'm going to have to do is take this crankcase sump guard or bash plate off, because I've got a feeling that there must be oil escaping where that stud passes through. It goes through the sump guard, the frame and the bottom of the crankcase, and I've got a feeling that oil is getting out via that. Even though I know I checked the other day and these are done up tightly, I think I'm certainly going to have to get that stud out and perhaps coat it in some sort of sealant and see if that helps, because we seem to have quite a bit of oil escaping from there, and that's looking very wet and oily above the crankcase threaded in drain plug. So I don't think that's the culprit. Oh, there we go. We had one drip from the primary case there. So obviously I'm not out of the woods with that one either. So more to do, and I think I can probably improve on what we've got. If I have to, I'll take this off and just put silicone sealant right round it, but I wanted to try and do better than that. In that as it is, as I have it, it could probably be removed and refitted without the need to sort of go into using sealants or messing about trying to take old sealant off and put more sealant on. But I might just try a few more dabs with this and see what that gets me. But at the end of the day, we've still got oil leakage, and I would imagine that one from the crankcase there, that could have partially wet sumped overnight just by a small amount, and perhaps the oil level in the crankcase has risen sufficiently to sort of be able to find its way along the hole that this stud passes through. Perhaps it's one of those leaks that might not sort of affect the bike so much, believe it or not, when it's running, but when it stops and any oil that gets past the gear oil pump, especially when the oil is hot, goes up to a level where it can perhaps get out of here. So I'll be looking in that area very closely. Around this side, I think I've got the yes, the oil leak where the rubber hose from the tank joins the steel pipe which goes into the engine. I've got that fixed by fitting that hose clip, so that's one irritating leak on this side definitely fixed. But obviously I've got more to do, and I'll aim to get that done next.